If you want to learn how to make money online fast, forget about Etsy, online courses, Amazon FBA, or drop shipping. Those methods are not your best bet if you're looking for speed. They take time, traffic, and typically a much longer learning curve than what we're commonly sold. And because of that, most people give up before they see any real results. What I'm about to share is completely different. It's not passive, it's not flashy, but it is fast. Like really fast. Using this exact strategy, I went from having a drained bank account to $12,297 in just 1 week. It's the same thing that helped my client Mercedes make $8,000 in the first month of working together. This works if you put in the work, and I'm about to show you how. But first, let's talk about the most popular ways that people say you can make money online. You've probably heard these before: drop shipping, Amazon FBA, affiliate marketing, online courses, faceless YouTube channels, and a ton more. And look, I'm not here to hate on any of these. These are all proven business models, but that's exactly the point. They are businesses, not quick cash strategies. They take time, tools, traffic, skill sets, and a whole lot of trial and error. And if you're just starting out, the learning curve alone can slow you down for months. So yeah, they can work, but if you want to make money online fast, like this month, these aren't it. So if all those other methods are slow, what actually works fast? Well, it's simple. Helping real people solve real problems right now. That's it. The fastest way that I know to make money online with no fluff, no audience, and no expensive tools is by offering a high value service. This could either be a done for you service or a done with you service. For example, you could create someone's marketing funnel for them, which is a done for you service where I take over everything, build it all for you, and you just provide me the content. Or you could do it with them, where you give them the resources and meet with them consistently week by week and help them step by step to build whatever this thing is or get that result. This isn't about creating scalability, passive income, or anything like that. To make money online fast, you need to be the product. Now, I know that's not as sexy as click a button and just make money doing nothing, but there's a lot of pros that come to selling a service. The first one is that you don't need a big audience. You just need to have a few real conversations and know how to convert those into business. You also don't need a fancy website. You can literally use a Google Doc and a free Zoom account. And because you're solving a big and specific problem for someone, you can charge premium rates. I'm talking anywhere from $1,000, $3,000, $5,000, $20,000 or more per client, depending on the problem and your ability to solve it. Let me give you a quick example. As I mentioned earlier, I recently hit a rough patch in my own life. Yes, the guy teaching you how to make money online. Important accounts were hacked into. My computer kept crashing multiple times. I was on nonstop customer support emails. I also had unexpected expenses. And because of all of this, my bank account was really hurting. So I leaned on the one skill that I knew would get cash flowing again, which was my private coaching. Within 1 week, I brought in $12,297 primarily from one-on-one coaching. No ads, no launches, just high quality conversations. And this isn't just me. One of my clients, Renee, went from not making any money in her coaching business to hitting her first $10,000 month teaching people how to sing online. Then there's Aaron, a history teacher with a love for AI who made over $4,000 from one conversation just by offering coaching to teach people how to leverage AI. So yeah, if you want to make money online fast, not someday, not eventually, but like this month, one-on-one coaching or a high-level service is the move. Now, I already know what you might be thinking when you hear this. Okay, James, this sounds cool, but I don't have any experience. Well, neither did I when I first started. In fact, I was the 22-year-old life coach fresh out of blue-collar construction with no marketing experience, and people still hired me. I even worked with the vice president of Mass Mutual Insurance. So if I can do it, you can too. You don't need to be the world's leading expert. You just need to be a few steps ahead of the person that you're helping. That's it. If you've solved a problem in your own life or helped somebody else with it, you are qualified to coach on it. Now, you also might be thinking, but what would I even coach on? Well, here's some questions to ask yourself. What do people already ask you for advice about? Aaron was known by his peers for being great with AI because he loved learning about it and he was using it in his life. It was just a part of who he was and people noticed that. But a lot of people don't know how to use AI, so he was able to monetize that skill set by teaching others how to use it. Another great question is, what's something you figured out that others still struggle with? Whether it's business, relationships, health, creativity, coaching is simply turning your existing knowledge into a transformation for someone else in exchange for money. Years ago, I interviewed someone on my podcast who was supporting her family, teaching people how to knit socks online. Yeah, chances are you've already put in enough time to be good at something. You just haven't started helping people with it yet. And the other thing that might be on your mind is thinking that I don't have an audience. Great. You don't need one. You just need conversations. Most of my clients made their first $1,000 to $10,000 without any kind of audience. No email list, no YouTube channel, just clarity on who they help, how they help them, and the willingness to start real conversations. This isn't about becoming famous online. It's about solving a real problem for one person at a time and getting paid well to do it. So if you're still with me and you're thinking, okay, this sounds awesome, but where do I start? Let me break it down for you step by step. The first thing we need to do is to identify a problem that you can solve. Think about what people already ask you for advice on. What have you figured out that others are still struggling with? It could be something that you've overcome, something you've mastered, or even just something that you've improved a lot in. And that's going to be your lane. If you don't know what result you will help people achieve or that they would pay you for, start getting into some conversations with the people that you think would benefit from this. Don't try and sell anything yet. Instead, focus on asking questions that help you find that problem that people would pay money to solve. Once we found that problem that people would pay money to solve, then we want to package it into a simple one-on-one offer. You don't need some fancy funnel or some 12-module course. Just outline a basic 4 or 6 week coaching package that will help someone get from point A to point B. Make this really clear, simple, and focused. I want you to understand that you are not selling hours here. You are selling a result. And don't worry if you don't know every step or how it's all going to play out yet. You just want to really understand the transformation that you're getting for people and making that as crystal clear as possible. If you know who you're helping and what you're helping them do, that is enough to get started. The more people you work with, the clearer you're going to get on the best path for them. So once you've got a good idea of how you're going to help these people solve this pressing problem that they would invest money into solving, then we want to start some real conversations. This is where most people freeze, but honestly, it's a lot easier than you think. Reach out to people in Facebook groups, LinkedIn, Instagram, or even your existing network. And the goal here is not to pitch, it's to connect. Be helpful, start real conversations, and show a genuine interest in their life. If you want step-by-step guidance to start real conversations that lead to premium coaching clients, I have a free guide on 15 proven ways to find your next high-ticket coaching client. Not only will I show you where to look, but also how to turn those conversations into business. There's a link down in the description, or you can always go to profityourknowledge.com/clients. Once you've connected with these people, we move on to the next step, which is to get on calls and make an invitation to work with you. Once you've built a little bit of trust and seen an opening to offer some help, invite them to hop onto a call. And this is where a lot of people panic. What do I say? How do I not sound pushy? I don't want to be all salesy and stuff. Here's something I want you to understand. You are not pitching. You're diagnosing. Imagine you were a chiropractor and someone told you that they had back pain. Would you hesitate to invite them in and help? Of course not, but you also wouldn't just start pitching them some program. You'd ask questions to understand their situation. Where is the back pain? How is it showing up? What's causing it? And once you had a full understanding of their situation, then you would say, okay, I can help you with that. Here's how. That's exactly what an enrollment call is. It is not a performance. It's not some long drawn out pitch. It's just you being curious and asking questions that uncover their problem so you can show them a path forward. If you can help, tell them how and invite them into your coaching program. That's it. No hard sell needed. I like to assess my performance with these enrollment calls in batches of 10 calls. Don't get upset if you've only done 2 calls and no one has signed up yet. Set a goal to have 10 of these conversations, and if 3 people sign up out of those 10, you have a 30% conversion rate, which is solid. As you start enrolling your one-on-one clients, then we move on to the next step, which is to deliver results, get testimonials, and raise your prices. The best way to get more business is to help your clients get great results that they are proud of. When you do that, they'll brag about how you help them get where they wanted to be, and they'll start referring other people to you. It's up to you to collect those wins, turn them into proof, and start showing your work. Personally, I like to use a Canva design that I call social proof to keep track of the screenshots, messages, and wins that I get from my clients, and then inside of Canva, I'll pretty them up where I can put them on sales pages, emails, and use them in my content as well. The better results you get for your clients, the more valuable your coaching becomes because people can see, oh, this person actually gets people results. Now, once you're having consistent conversations, you're getting real results for people, and you're stacking your income, the big question is now what? Well, now you can scale. This is what most people just rush into, is trying to scale too soon. They're not willing to put in the work up front to start making money online fast. And this is where things get fun because now you're not guessing anymore. You've proven that people want what you're offering and you know how to get them results. Now you have a solid baseline of income and clientele. You can start asking the big questions. How can I help more people at once? Well, now we can move into group coaching or group programs. How can I turn this into a repeatable system? Well, now we can build a digital product or an online course of some kind. How do I make this business run without me? Well, now we can create an evergreen funnel and use automations. What I want you to know is that you don't start there. You earn the right to scale by first doing it simple and messy. Get paid fast with coaching and then build the machine that gives you freedom later. If you're still feeling lost on what your coaching niche should be, check out this video and I'll help you find your high-paying coaching niche in just 10 minutes or less. At the end of the day, knowing how to make money online fast comes down to solving a real problem, having real conversations, and making helpful offers. Once you've got that down, then you can invest more time into the long play stuff. Let me know if you have any questions in a comment below. Other than that, I'll see you in the next one.